Welcome to the Swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Gators will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Out of the gun, the running back has it. At the 35, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Now they'll run the draw. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like, now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much. Even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running, has completely changed the way people play defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. After run, now throw. And that pass picked off.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their conference.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You could see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
Looking for room. It's Cornelius. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
Hands it off. At the 45, on his way. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards of pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love it. I love first down. Let's be aggressive. Let's throw the football. But how about the quarterback? He does a great job in the pocket, buying time. Oh, nobody open, scrambles around, and more importantly, ends the run, gets the first down, and doesn't get whacked. Beautiful.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And here comes the offense on second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. The Gators are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on third down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Going up top on first down. Slings it downfield. Touchdown, Gator! Reeled it in and just made the house call. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Just about set to kick it away. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield until the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message. Not sure what it is, but he's going for it close to his own end zone. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defensive touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. Bringing it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Now on first down from the 28. Going to the draw. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
It's a draw. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida 14, South Carolina 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll try to get outside. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
One of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it and they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side of the field.
They'll try the jet sweep to pick up the first down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And to stop the jet sweep, you've got to be great at containing. You have to have players in the perimeter of your defense funnel the football and force it to go back inside. That time, that defense was not allowing that receiver to get outside.
This could be a major turning point in this game, going for it inside their own 40. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision here.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Got out of trouble and throws. It's complete on the right side. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
They'll go right back to him. And tackled there by the defense.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack at another offensive odyssey. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Off the play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge, the freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He leaves it with his back. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a 4th quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the gunners getting downfield to down that ball?
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game. And you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, get a little faster, cut into this lead.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
Looking to pass. It's Howard. Keeps the play going. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Back open in the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
Zings it complete to the right. Oh, it's out. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball and put it away. The play's not over. Give the defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on it.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right. There he goes down the right side. The 20. Touchdown, Gator! And once he found open space, the fans might as well start playing.
Yeah, and coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Let's go! They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking deep. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Florida! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. James Madison is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Harrisonburg, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 11 over Georgia State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. South Carolina ready to go on the attack at another offensive odyssey. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. He wants to throw. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Hits the accelerator to the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gator!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also...
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now, we got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen warmed up.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground.
He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. At the 35, he's loose. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half.
Number 19, set to kick off.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done
Got a lot of running room. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
This defense really needs to be careful. They have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball because he is dangerous in space.
Gives it to the back on the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 1.
They'll line up for a second down play. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
Running back. He's tackled at the 36-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The Gators are on the move. From the red zone, looking for a space. Unleashes one. Touchdown, Gators! And the route is on. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack at another offensive odyssey. Movement here from the tight end. Pulls and fires complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. Quarterback floating away from pressure. On the run, fires downfield. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. The give to the back. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here from my running back, make the game easy.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3, balls at the 18. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. He got it, and that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That last score just a little icing on the cake in this one as they get set to kick it away again. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. First down here for the offense. Just a play fake. Now to throw. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
6 yards on the play. Brings up second down.
They'll try to find a more productive play this time on 2nd and long from the 14. Hand off from the shotgun. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Florida 59, South Carolina 0.
And this is a weird move. They're sending out the field goal unit here. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. To the air, it's Howard. Looking deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Bringing it back, it's Cobb. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Gators sending the offense back to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. Finds a crease at the 20. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting a huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up.
Touchdown, Florida! And the punishment has been extended. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
That's some old-school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. The Gamecocks want to move quickly. With jet sweep pass. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a 1st down. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
Pass is incomplete. It's now 2nd down.
Line getting set on 2nd down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
To the air, it's Howard. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, going to get a turnover, and the offense fades.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Off play action. They're trying to get to him. Buying some time as he moves left. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Running toward the tape. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this.
And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
And they get him again. This has not been the day we expected. This young man, we expect great things. Like, he is one of the better players in college football. You think he'd come out, put on a show, but this defense has had his number all game long.
At the 40, there he goes. Knocked down for the tackle.
This guy just gives you nightmares. He's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
He's not going to make it, and what a... This defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down, they've got it at the 40. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten at this point. You've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here, just move on. We haven't accomplished what we wanted yet. We haven't accomplished what we set out to do. It's week 7. I know you guys got bigger hopes and bigger dreams than just being to week 7 and being undefeated.
And guys, I've been really impressed with this team because they just seemed to always have an identity. From the very beginning of the year, they knew who they were, they knew what they were going to go out and try to accomplish and how they wanted to dominate teams. And they've been able to do that to this point. So, David,